Hello, hello.
We
Back.
are live another week. I cannot believe August is in 2 days. It doesn't make any sense to me. Time is in existence or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't even know anymore. But we're excited to be here. We finished up our first month of our Canary Club, which is so crazy to think that it's already been a month that we launched this. So we're going into month 2, and we have some exciting updates to share with everybody. We all have our tea, of course.
Oh, yes. I got my tea here. I am unofficial sponsorship. Not sponsored. I'm having another Numi tea today. Today I'm having the aged Earl Grey.
Oh, so you've kind of graduated a little bit.
I'm doing caffeine now.
Great.
Also, I'm just exhausted today.
Yeah. Think you need a little boost?
I noticed. Yeah, I realized I used to think caffeine didn't affect me, but that was just, I don't know. I don't know why. But I noticed that, hey, I'm a little bit like more able to work, a little bit sharper, more alert when I have a little. So
that's great. I love a good Earl Grey. Earl Grey is delish.
Yeah, the bergamot is lovely. So yeah, no milk today.
Okay.
I do have a milk update.
A milk update. Great. I love a milk update.
Yeah, so we had been talking about milks a couple weeks ago, like our favorite non-dairy milks.
Yeah.
And we had, we were discussing oat milks, which is one of the tastiest.
Totally.
However, I am partial to Oatly, and I know you're partial to Malk.
Yep.
I love the concept of Malk, but I didn't love the texture of it.
Totally.
So let me see if I can share this here. I did a little research because I know one of the things that I was like, oh, kind of sucks about Oatly is that it's not organic, which does suck. But I went and looked at it, right? So they have this whole thing on their website because I do remember them addressing glyphosate. So they're not organic, but they have this whole like Q&A thing on their website where they're like, when we had to like get to our US market, we had to decide between organic or gluten-free or something.
Oh, interesting.
So they were like, we were, basically to keep it cost effective, we had to decide between organic or gluten-free. And we really wanted to let gluten-free people enjoy this.
Great.
So they decided to go with the gluten-free, but some of the major things that organic certification or whatever.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it also like guarantees that there's no glyphosate in it.
Right.
So they actually have a provider of oats who's gluten-free, but they also have like a really strict glyphosate protocol. And apparently Oatly, in this little paragraph here, says that they test their milk and their oats, like I think quarterly or something.
Oh.
So they're on top of it.
Great.
Whatever degree.
Seeing this kind of transparency.
Yeah. So they're doing that. And then also the other thing that's really important about organic means that you're using non-GMO products. So even though they're not certified organic, I do give them a hat tip for caring enough to have non-GMO products.
Totally.
For making sure that they have like a whole transparent process around their supplier. And they're also very careful about like gluten-free. So I didn't look into these other things. I don't know who Grain Millers is. I don't know what the detox project is, but apparently they're testing to be certified glyphosate residue free.
Incredible.
From the detox project. So that's my little like
I love this.
So Oatly, I can endorse, even though I'm not endorsing them, like whatever, they're not sponsoring us, or I just enjoy drinking Oatly. And granted, Malk is just like oats, water, and salt, which I really appreciate. Oatly does add some vitamins and whatever in it. And if you get their low-fat version, which they also explain on this part of the website, something about oil, they created, not that one, whatever. You guys can explore the Oatly website if you want. But basically, they created a low-fat oat milk version that doesn't have the rapeseed oil in it, which is
fantastic.
So you get the low fat version, which normally I like avoid low fat products because they're just chemically processed. But essentially what their low fat means is they didn't add fat, they didn't add oil to make it creamy. So I like it. I do get the low fat one, and it does have vitamins and minerals added, like synthetic stuff, but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
So that's my milk update.
I love this for you.
So I do appreciate they are I think very cost effective, and they're widely available now. They're at least in my area, they're in Whole Foods and they're in Sprouts.
Yep, likewise. They're like the oat milk of choice at like all cafes. Like every cafe that I've been to or coffee shop.
When I were in Southern California, so I've seen I mean, even in Northern California, I see a lot of coffee shops use like Khalifa Farms, which I'm not a fan of.
Do they have an oat milk?
I think they do. Which I don't. And then even like Pacific Foods. I don't think Pacific Foods is gluten-free. I think I've looked into that, unless they've changed.
Whichever one is on Thrive Market is gluten-free and organic. I think that might be Pacific.
Yeah. So either, I don't know, don't take my word for it. Like look it up on their website if you're interested in this. But I do know some of them, especially the ones that come in like boxes on shelves, they just don't mention anything about gluten-free or anything. So that's not a good sign.
No, definitely.
So anyway, I'm gonna get rid of it.
That's a very, if anything, that's your high of the week.
So that was my little update for my new Numi tea of the week and my oat milk update. So I really do love the taste of Oatly. Sometimes I'll get the regular fat one. Sometimes I'll get the low fat one. But I do have to admit that Malk seems to have better practices.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the texture.
It's fine, which is okay. Have you ever made your own oat milk?
I have not. I've made nut milks, but I haven't made the oat milk. Have you?
Yeah, I haven't made the oat milk, but I've made nut milks. We should attempt this.
We'll do it. Maybe we'll do it live one day.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah. If anybody here is watching, let us know if you've made nut milks or oat milks and what your favorite is. Yes. That we're just doing our little milk and tea update here before we dive in.
Amazing. Well, was that your high of the week, or do you have another high of the week?
Sure. I honestly can't remember my week right now. I'm having one of those days. So that's just it. It's just also, today's also been a rough, like my brain is not online, and also a lot of the technology we've been trying to collaborate on has not been working. So if you're on Facebook, like shoot us a message. Let us know you're watching, where you're watching from, because I don't even know if this technology is working. Let us know where you're watching from.
And here we hope.
So what were your high and lows this week?
Let's see. My high of the week. I feel like I've had like today's been pretty good other than our technology mishaps of the day.
It's not a problem. Whatever, you just delete it.
Totally fine. I also feel like I don't really remember my week, only because every single day has felt like Friday for me. Like every day, like this morning, I 1000% thought it was Friday, and it's absolutely not Friday. But actually, this morning I had a fantastic adjustment with my chiropractor.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate. My neck sounded like, I texted you and I told you, my neck sounded like somebody drove over bubble wrap. Like it was so intense. He was like, "Whoa, what were you carrying in there?" I'm like, "Everything." all of my stress. So that felt great. And then I also have been in the market looking for like a standing pad or something like put on the because I'm standing right now and working. So I happened to ask my chiropractor. I was like, "What do you recommend?" And he's like, "Just get those like kitchen mats, like as long as it's like foamy and flat." And I was like, "Oh, so great." Right now I'm sitting on my yoga mat and it's working quite well. So
great. Yeah, I think you asked me and I had told you that we use like those foam. We use thick foam training pads for the neuro rehab in our clinic and stuff, but it's very thick foam, so it's pretty exhausting. Like it doesn't have as much stability. I'm actually gonna grab it. Let me just show you.
I would love to see it.
So keep them entertained.
Well, I'm also curious to hear your thoughts on standing barefoot, because when he asked me, he's like, "Do you stand barefoot?" I said, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Well, that could be." Oh, see, those are really thick.
They're very thick and they're exhausting. So they will really challenge your cerebellum, your brain.
Wow.
So if you stand on these, we use them for like specific rehabs, like particularly Titus, when he's working with his patients and he's doing a lot of like functional neurology exercises.
Yeah.
We have them stand on this while we do arm movements or eye movements because it extra challenges the balance systems of the brain.
Oh, I like that.
It is kind of like, I think if you did it all day long, it would be exhausting because I don't know if you've ever heard of like the sit discs. They're like these little inflatable, they're little inflatable like plastic rubber discs, and it's almost just like the top half of a yoga ball. It's like,
oh, okay.
So you can actually put it on a chair. Oh. You don't have to have the whole yoga ball. You can just put this little disc on it. Oh. And when you sit, it creates a little bit of instability so that you're constantly engaging your core. So what? I don't know if it's a brand of it, but I know that they are called Sit Disc.
Sit Disc. So okay.
Maybe I'll throw one in the comments after this is over or something. Yeah, but I just ordered, like I have them somewhere. I'm not gonna go look for it right now because I don't know where it is. But essentially, you sit on something that is. I mean, I guess you could do it with this foam pad as well, but you sit on something that's like just the top half of a yoga ball.
Okay.
And just that little bit of instability is challenging particularly your cerebellum. So it's like doing minor core exercises the entire day.
Wow. Okay.
So I've done this before. I used to do it when I was in my doctorate program. I would take this to school with me and I would sit on it. Or a lot of people did actually, because we were all chiropractors and we were studying neurology. But you can stand on some of them too. Like if it's a large enough disc, you can. It's very unstable. So like you can do it as like an exercise, but yeah, it's really good. And it's actually shocking because to a certain degree where it's challenging you appropriately, it will make you sharper because it's activating your brain. But it will also make you like more tired faster. So if you overdo it or you do it all day long, you're going to get like brain fatigue too. And you're going to lose the ability to concentrate because it's just like you're
exhausting.
Yeah. And it's pretty crazy. Like when I was using it in grad school, like the difference between sitting on just like a hard flat chair versus the sit disc is just like your core starts getting really strong.
Wow.
So anyway.
Cool. Okay. I love that. Great.
I don't expect to go into that little lecture right now, but
this is important stuff. Yeah.
So you have like a little yoga mat. You have a yoga mat underneath.
I have a yoga mat. I fold it in half so it's thicker. I'm standing on it. Like, so far, so good. My low back doesn't hurt. So I'm sitting on it barefoot.
We got a couple of different ones of these. I don't even know. I think these were all just ordered online. I'm pretty sure they were ordered on Amazon. I don't like to encourage Amazon use, but that's probably, we just probably got like foam pads on Amazon. I used to have an AirX one, I think was the name.
Okay.
The fancy brand, but you don't need to get that really expensive one. So
great. Well, I love that.
Yeah. So
I love that. Yeah, that was my high this morning. And then my low, I mean, I've had like car stuff all week, which is just annoying. So I'm turning my car in this weekend. My lease is over. And I went to get it washed and I didn't realize that there was like a massive like cut into the side of it. I thought it was just dirty because I obviously haven't had my car washed in months. And the car wash guy was like, "No, that's not dirty." I was like, "You can't just like polish it off." He's like, "Actually, like you need to take it to the body shop." It was like, "Oh God!" So had to take it there and deal with all that, which was obnoxious. Yeah. And I think like another, I don't know if I want to call it a low, but like there were 2 earthquakes in Southern California this morning.
Yeah.
Which was terrifying in that I just was like, please, 2020, like I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, so SoCal, it was like downtown LA or?
Yeah, it was like just outside downtown LA. It was like a 4.5. So yeah, thankfully no damage.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of anything, but
it's just spelling pension. It's good. It's like,
yeah, I feel like it like really suppresses the big one.
Yes,
from happening or from being as bad as they say. So I'm like
kind of the same with like our tension and our stress. Like if we do things every day a little bit to release the tension. So sometimes people go jogging or they meditate or they do yoga or they scream in a pillow or something. It prevents a full-blown like mental breakdown.
So true. Look at that. I love the comparison.
So that 4.5 earthquake was a parallel to the chiropractic release you had this morning.
Exactly. Oh my God, it was so great. My neck was so good.
Yeah, 4.5 chiropractic adjustment.
I really did. Like left side of my neck was a 4.5, right side was maybe like a 2.5.
And you just like prevented next week's like opting out of society. So.
I prevented like headaches and like what's it called? Grinding of my teeth, because that's usually what happens if I don't get it adjusted. That's like the next step. So
great.
Yeah.
There we go.
Highs and lows. What about you? We already said your lows were today's tech.
I don't even, honestly, you guys, I feel like I even look different today. I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but people who see me on video, I'm just like slouched over.
You're doing great.
My eyes are not opening all the way. I'm having a day.
Well, let's talk about our club and our new announcement.
Oh, our new announcement. Should I just I'll share a picture here. I'll share
the picture
that I just made.
Obviously, for those of you who know or don't know, we started Canary Thyroid Club last month, July 1st, but we renamed it.
Yeah. So now it's we got a little stork delivering a little canary baby.
So cute.
But really, I mean, to be honest, behind the scenes, we're really doing the same thing. So everything we talked about, but there's several reasons why we renamed it. One, we had a lot of people fill out an assessment when they joined. Like all of our members, we asked them to fill out kind of their story, their journey, why they joined the club. And across the board, most people were most interested in mind-body modalities. Like, you know, they want kind of the big picture, but this was the thing that they were most interested in diving into. So that was part of the member feedback. Like we always mention this, like our content and our community is driven by members. So it's really kind of adaptive in that way. So that was like the most interesting topic. And it's also something that Niaz and I are most passionate about. So we just like love the idea of that. And I would say of the members, I don't even know exact number, but 95% of the members who joined do have some sort of thyroid thing going on, or that's how they found us. And they're still on their thyroid journey. But as we covered in our monthly call, the thyroid is interconnected with everything, the brain and the gut and the hormones and the skin and your mind, body, everything. So rather than just kind of having just topics that are like specifically thyroid related, we know that we need to address the bigger picture. So it would be a shame to exclude people who were not specifically identified with thyroid healing. So we have opened up the Thyroid Club, changed the name to Canary Mind Body Club, because we did have members who joined who were just like, I just really want to be part of the Canary group, but I don't have a thyroid condition, or I don't know I do.
Right.
So we still have the majority of our members going through that healing process, but now we want to invite everybody who identifies as a sensitive person, who's curious about learning about mind-body medicine and all the things we talk about, like food as medicine and energy work and body work and all this, like this kind of foam stuff we talk about, all of that. So that was really exciting for us. Yeah. Like, how do you feel about it, Niaz?
I'm really excited. I feel like I'm more excited now. Like, is that wrong to say? But like, truthfully, I'm just like really excited to dive into all these different modalities that are so instrumental in my life, and obviously in yours too. So it's going to be really great to open this space up for everybody and have more people come and join us, and everybody can feel included. And we wanted to create obviously an inclusive and welcoming space. So hopefully this name change will entice you even more And now knowing exactly the reasoning behind it and the reason why will just interest you more into joining. And make sure you do join because you get an early bird rate right now.
So we have extended because we've transformed it. We've extended the early bird rate for a little bit longer. So the club is $30 a month, which is we think a steal. That was like one of the reasons we created this club was because of the idea of access to wellness and healthcare. With some of the larger issues that are coming to the surface in the world right now, we don't want a wellness and these opportunities to be exclusive or unattainable for some people. So a big part of starting the club was to create accessibility for all levels and all people. And so the club's $30 a month, but early bird is $5 a month forever. Like you're grandfathered in all the time. So we're really excited about that. I'm going to show you a little back end. I like doing visuals. So we're going to go through this again. So let me screen share this and show you guys what we have in there right now. So this is the back end of our thyroid. It's the Thyroid Club, but now you know starting off, it's going to be the Mind Body Club. And so here, you guys, let me shrink this down a little bit. We have the different portals. So we have this whole welcome section where we have a fun quiz people can take, where you can get more information about us. But there's actually a quiz there. There's an assessment, so we get to know all the members. And then last month's recipe, I'm going to just give you a sneak peek of this. Nia's created this amazing gluten-free lemon fennel cake.
So yummy with a cup of Earl Grey tea.
Oh, yes.
Lather, get some vegan cream cheese or butter, if that's your jam.
And I have the recipe for August lined up already. It's one of my favorite. My mom actually called me 2 days ago and she was like, "What is your recipe for this thing?" And I was like, "Oh, Mom, I'm releasing it this month." So I sent it to her early, but we were on the same wavelength.
It's amazing.
This is probably the most asked question I get from people is water filters. So I did a full comprehensive review video. Here we go. It's everything here. I cover it all.
So great.
So all that, I even take you guys into my shower and show you my shower water filter. So
great.
All of that. And it includes everything. This is what I do for you guys. $5 a month.
Yes, for all this and more.
I spent 4 hours doing this.
Oh, God bless you.
But anyways, this is all about water filters. There's even independent lab testing. This is the kind of stuff I actually love doing, so I'm happy to do it for the members. But actually, we had members request and ask about water filters, so I was like, well, that's going to be the product review.
That's the one.
I'm not sponsored by them, but then then this is a replay of our monthly call where Nia's. We have a full-on presentation here about everything you need to know. And then we had interactive Q&A, all of it. Yay. It's all there. And finally, we created these things called mini guides. So in the mini guides, this was the thyroid mini guide. And in the thyroid mini guide, there's a supplement guide, there's essential oil guide, and I even created a video walkthrough. So we're there for you guys. We are literally hanging out all the time, answering all the questions, doing walkthrough videos and everything. But if you were not sure what it meant to join a online community or club, this is what it looks like.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's so fun.
And on the back end here, I'm not going to show too much here because this is more of a private side of it. But we have this forum here, which I'm not going to let you see here because it's private. But it's essentially a place where we have a private group, like a Facebook group, but it's on our servers where our members get to chat with each other and meet each other and post pictures or stories there. So that stuff and we keep it very sacred. It's like that's there for us and our members. So that's a little tour.
Yeah, and you also get discount on supplements, which is great.
Yep.
So
discount on supplements, our recommendations there. So we're just like constantly adding stuff there. So if you guys have questions, that's what the Mind Body Club is.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Yeah. So please do sign up. Like we said, $5. You're grandfathered in for the lifetime of the club. And we can't wait to just like creating and keep offering and supporting everybody. So
it's really fun too, because I don't know. I haven't checked yet. I have to go look at the whole spreadsheet because there's a lot of members. But I think that we have international members too. So it's cool because people can log in on their own time. They can go through all the different modules and the lessons in the different sections and just stay in touch. And we also very intentionally kept it off of social media platforms because it is a sacred space. We don't want notifications popping up and distractions. The idea is to go there and focus on yourself, connect with other people without like seeing ads pop up. And like we don't have any of that in the club. There's no pop-ups, there's no ads, there's no distractions. It's just there for you to sink into your mind, body space and connect with others if you want. Otherwise, you can just do it alone. There's no need to engage if you just want to kind of sink in on your own little journey there. So
we understand because we're all empaths and sensitive souls. So we totally get it.
So that was we are gonna be back for weekly tea time. We would love if you joined us and joined in the chat. Honestly, if you want, we can also send you a video link and we can get some more of our
fun
our Canary friends up here and actually have a little round table.
Ooh, I like that. That's a cute idea. Let's do that.
If you're interested in that, we might actually put out like an invitation for it or just private message me and we'll send you the private link so that you can get your video on here.
Yay, so fun.
Well,
tea time was lovely as always.
Yes.
Completely empty.
Were you doing matcha again? I missed that at the beginning.
No, I had like a throat coat tea. Because when I talk a lot or when I exert my throat chakra a lot, it gets pretty tight. So the throat coat is just like it opens everything up.
Love throat. I have like 4 boxes at all times.
Yes.
And if I ever travel, I'm like, I need to have bags.
100%. I mean, it saved me when I had laryngitis last year, like twice. Completely, it was fine.
Next time we'll get into a full unofficial endorsement of throat coat.
Perfect. I mean, throat coat, new me, like, come on.
Do you use the traditional medicinal throat coat?
Yeah.
Love them.
So good.
All right. Well, it was great chatting with you guys. Yeah, let us know in the replay if you're watching, where you're watching from, and if you have any questions.
Yay. Talk to you all soon.
I'm gonna go try to take a nap.
Yeah, do that. Bye.